everybody, and welcome back. Today I'm here featuring the March 2021 Paper Pumpkin Stencil Bonus Kit. I'll be using the Star stencil today to create a gorgeous card. Today I'll be using the Misty Moonlight ink pad as well as the Night Navy ink pad to get our background. I'll be using the Stampin' brushes. I'll be using Versamark, the Peaceful Moments stamp set, the item number, the Outgoing 2020-22 ribbon in the color of Misty Moonlight, as well as white Stampin' Emboss powder and a heat gun. So, everybody, let's get started. First, we're going to do the background, which is the blue paper. So, we're going to open up our Night Navy and our Misty Moonlight ink pads, and we have our brush right here. Now, you're going to wonder why I have a bunch of notebook paper hanging out on my desk. And that is because for the brushes, you need to brush off on something before you brush onto your paper to get all the inky crud out of it. So we're going to start with a brush full of Misty Moonlight. You're going to brush off to get all the weird ink crud out. And then we're just going to lightly brush in the middle, just to give us that light kind of blue gloss that goes like lighter in the middle. Then that's it for the Misty Moonlight. You're just going to go in with Night of Navy ink. Going to go in with your Night Navy ink pad. Brush off the crud on the paper. Make sure you get all of it off before you hit the real paper. And then you're going to brush in nice circles. Nice even circles. Going to go into the Night Navy twice, and you're going to start on opposite sides to make it look a little bit more even. And then you can make the darker side the top, or you can make the lighter side the top. That is up to you as the artiste. Then, once you have this, you're going to let it dry for an hour or two. But I have one that I already did and dried. So, you're going to put your ink pads away now. You're done with these two ink pads. Whoop, don't do what I just did and dip your hand in the ink. Be right back. I gotta go wash my hands now. Okay, so we are back now. We are back in business. So you're going to put your ink pads and your brush off to the side. Your brush, you're going to want to wash it once you're done with it so that you can get all the blue ink out. And the inky paper, you're just going to throw away. Unless you're doing multiple. If you're doing multiple, do all the blues at the same time and, you know, make your life a little easier. But once your blue is dry, you're going to put it on a clean paper. We're going to stick our stencil to our paper just to make it a little easier when we're putting Versamark in the stencil. So, then you're going to take your pad of Versamark, which it's basically kind of like a clear ink pad. And you're going to start inking through the stencil, and you want to make sure you get it good and saturated. Now, the best method is to peel up from one side to the other, one side at a time. And then you're going to pull your stencil off. And then you're going to look at your paper in the light to make sure that the stars look okay. They didn't move too much. And mine didn't. They look pretty good. So, then you're going to take white embossing powder. Going to hold your blue paper at an angle, and you're just going to stream the powder down the paper. And then when you're done, you're going to tap, tap, tap it off. And then any stars that you really don't like, you can just kind of dust off with your finger at this time. And if you see anything that you really like, if they're kind of dusty in between them, you can use like the tip of an eraser and just like get the dust out of there. But in this case, imperfection kind of makes them look like they're falling a little bit. I kind of like that look on my stars. So then once you do the stars with the versamark, you're going to do the sentiment with the versamark. So the sentiment I'm using is Thankful from Peaceful Moments. It's a great sentiment. I like this one in particular. It's one of my favorite fonts that they make. It's this one. And then you're going to take your blue paper, and in the bottom corner, you're going to ink up and you're going to stamp the thank you in versamark. And then you're just going to gently dust the thank you in the white powder. With the thank you, I kind of like it to be pretty clean, so I'll probably dust off a little bit of the powder here. That just kind of decided to stick to the bottom of the paper. And that is how you're going to put the embossing powder onto your paper. Now, when I heat emboss this, it will turn white and shiny. So, I brought the heat gun today, and I'm going to show you guys the heat embossing. Don't forget to clean your stamps later. And then, I'm going to take the heat gun. We're going to put it on level 1 for this setting. It's kind of noisy. And then you're just going to hover over the spots where there's powder until you see it turn a shinier shade of white. Let me see if I can get it at an angle where the camera will be able to see it. This does take a minute, so I'll probably speed it up. Okay, once you have your paper completely heat embossed, you'll see all the stars turned a brighter, gorgeous shade of white. And then I cut off some ribbon, so I have a beautiful blue ribbon that's going to go right here. Gonna flip it over, gonna put some adhesive on the back. And then we get some adhesive back to give us a gorgeous little blue ribbon. Then on top of the blue ribbon that's right here, we're going to stick a little bit of adhesive, and we're going to put a cute little blue bow that I made. And then once you do that, then you're just going to flip it over, put a couple dashes of adhesive, and then you're going to take a pre-cut white card base, and you can just stick it right on to your card base. And it's an idea of how to use the stencils from this most recent Paper Pumpkin kit of March 2021. So, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!